My show is so hot, honey. The fish, the meat. Hi darlings, this is Soraya, Sobreidad. Welcome to my kitchen, welcome to my show. Now, I'm recording the show with a new camera, so just bear with me. Okay? Good. Hi everybody, my name is the super sexy, super fabulous, and super desirable Soraya Sobreidad. Welcome to my kitchen and welcome to my show. Now, today is, I'm not going to give the date because you know this may repeat on cable somewhere or on Food Network somewhere fabulous like that, darlings. And you know guys, the last recipe that I did was the pumpkin ice cream, right? The dairy-free, gluten-free, sugar-free ice cream. Yeah, that was delicious and I know all of you loved it. I adored the recipe. It was fabulous. So, you know, pumpkin is on my mind, honey. Pumpkin begins with P and poppies begin with P. Pumpkin is on my mind and poppies are on my mind all the time, darling. But anyways, so I have a pumpkin pie recipe, right? And it's gluten-free, it's dairy-free, doesn't have any butter, doesn't have any milk, it doesn't even have eggs, and it's low sugar, okay? And it's a fabulous recipe, wonderful, and it's crustless, so there's no crust, so it's very low carb, which is fantastic, right? Now I have my boyfriend, the Cuisinart here, and we're gonna actually put all the ingredients into the Cuisinart and blend it up and do all of that, okay? Now, I was fortunate enough to find Libby's has organic pumpkin. Yes, honey. So when I went to the supermarket today, right, they had Libby's finally, and maybe this has been out a long time and it just wasn't, you know, at my local supermarket. They weren't carrying it. But yes, Libby's has an organic version of their fabulous pumpkin, darling. Oh my God, I was so happy to find it. So this is a pumpkin pie, like I said, right? Soraya Sobreidad's crustless but lovely and delicious pumpkin pie, okay? So I'm gonna mix all the ingredients in the food processor, my Cuisinart food processor, and here we have a can of pumpkin, okay? So we're gonna start the recipe up. So we have a can of the Libby's pumpkin. Hi darlings, I love you. Welcome to my kitchen, welcome to my show. This is Soraya Sobreidad, the queen of healthy cooking. I love you. Do you love me? I hope you do. I love my Cuisinart, honey. He's such a good boy. I swear, robots. I feel like my Cuisinart is like a robot. You know? It does whatever I want it to do. It's there for me. It behaves. It listens to only me. You know, like a good boyfriend. Yes, darling. So we have a can of the Libby's now organic pumpkin. We just added that. Now we have the pumpkin. And what we're going to do is we're going to add all the dry ingredients to this right now. So I said it's gluten-free, right? So what we're using is a mix here. These are the different grains that I'm using for this. Now, I said it's gluten-free, so it has rice, a rice flour blend, which I'm using the Bisquick gluten-free. I'm using 1/3 cup of that, right? Then I'm using 1/8 cup of fine cornmeal, and then I'm doing 1/8 cup of ground flaxseed meal. Now, you know how I love jumping up the fiber to all of my recipes by adding the ground flaxseed meal, and it adds nutrients and vitamins. I think it has a lot of B's in there, B vitamins. So I have the mix here. Again, it's the 1/3 cup of the gluten-free flour and the cornmeal, 1/8 cup, and the 1/8 cup of ground flaxseed meal, which I love. Bob's Red Mill. I love him and adore him. Look, he's an older guy, but he's great. And so we have the sweetener that we're adding. We're adding 2 different sweeteners, but I'm going with the powdered ingredients first. So we're adding 1/3 cup of Truvia, and I love Truvia. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just stir this up just a little bit, and I'm going to continue with the dry ingredients, okay? So just to get it going, okay? A little bit of pumpkin on my finger, and that's fine. Okay, great. So what we have here, this is optional, right? It depends on how healthy, like, I like non-dairy creamer in some of my recipes. It's not dairy, it's non-dairy creamer, right? It's corn syrup based, some people may not want that for their recipes, but I want to add as much creaminess to this. You know, I'm not using dairy, so you know I gotta you know this is my way of doing it. So I love 1/8 cup of non-dairy creamer, whatever brand you'd like. You know, just the regular. You want to use light, that's fine. And again, this recipe doesn't have any dairy milk. So what we're using is a 1/8 cup here of coconut milk powder. Now I'm going to get the brand of it out because this is Maggie brand, and you know, there's a supermarket in my neighborhood. I'm adding that now. The supermarket in my neighborhood that carries, I love it. I love it. I love it. It, you know, because for this recipe, it calls for liquid ingredients too, but I want it to be rich. I don't want it to be too gooey, so I don't want to add a lot of liquid ingredients. So that's why I went with the 1/8 cup of the coconut milk powder, though I am going to add a milk substitute that's going to be of liquid form, okay? So I'm going to just put this here, and then I'm just going to stir it up, honey. If you start me up, baby, I can't stop. That's Rolling Stones, darling. I love them. So we're just gonna just get that going just a little bit. Okay, great. So, all right. So now we have all of our dry ingredients. Now, so what I'm adding now is a cup of Trader Joe's coconut cream. Now, this particular recipe is a little richer than usual for me. Okay, I'm making this pie for some guests that are coming over. And for me, of course, and my honey Junita Perez. And I wanted it to be a little richer than usual. Now, you could do this recipe with the 1/8 of powdered coconut milk and 3/4 cups to 1 cup of almond milk or soy milk or Parrot brand that I've done on my my pumpkin ice cream recipe. I used the coconut milk there. Parrot brand is very, very low fat, which is really cool. But I'm using straight up coconut cream. And Trader Joe's coconut cream, in my opinion, for what I've done on research, has the lowest fat, and it's inexpensive, and it's just great. And I love Trader Joe's products. So we have the 1 cup of coconut cream. Now, if you want to go lower on calories, right, lower on fat, then you may want to use a coconut milk or soy milk or almond milk or rice milk, whatever you want to do. But I wanted this to be very, very rich. Okay, so that's some liquid ingredient there. Now, what I'm going to do also, there's 2 sweeteners, like I said, that I'm using in this recipe. The 1/3 cup of Truvia. I'm also using a 1/8 cup of any sugar-free brand maple syrup. That just goes really, 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 really cool with all my pumpkin dishes. Actually, any dessert that I'm making, baking, I have some dairy-free puddings that I've made that I'll present on the show. I always use the maple syrup, the sugar-free maple syrup. It just sweetens really nicely. And so we're continuing with the liquid ingredients. This recipe calls for 2 tablespoons of oil, and it could be vegetable oil, it could be whatever oil you want to use. I like peanut oil because it just adds like a nutty taste to the pumpkin. I'm gonna just it adds a really nutty, rich, just adds another layer of flavor that's just really fabulous to this recipe. I love it. I adore it. It's just so fabulous. And so we added 2 tablespoons of peanut oil. This is pure vanilla extract. So we use a tablespoon of pure vanilla extract. But this is not imitation, darling. Just like Soraya is not an imitation diva. She's a real, I am a real diva. I am a woman, honey. Okay? So this is real vanilla extract from real vanilla. Madagascar bourbon vanilla bean. Like, I think that was a Disney movie. I can never pronounce that. But honey, this is real vanilla. Honey, like, this is a real, these are real. Okay? These are mine. The makeup and the hair is real. I paid for it. So we have that there. Continuing on the liquid ingredients, we're gonna add, just to kind of give this a little bit of an exotic kind of thing, you know, because I'm into exotics. We're adding just a tad of rum extract. Now this is fake rum. We're just gonna add a little teensy little itsy bitsy bit. Okay. Alright, so now we're going to move into our spices, alright? And definitely what we need to do here is add 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Very important, alright? It helps it rise and get a little fluffy. You know, Fluffy is my friend. Fluffy's like a dog, right? Fluffy! Fluffy! Yes, honey. This version is like I said, it's a little bit more robust, a little bit more with the fat content. I like to think this is a Ricky Martin recipe because the other recipe that when I do it, right, it's lower fat, that's a Mark Anthony recipe. Like if I kissed Mark Anthony, I'd be like, oh wow, I met Mark Anthony and he gave me a kiss. Oh, how cute. So that's what, like, using the almond milks with lower fat, it's kind of like, ooh, it's cool, but now with the coconut cream and the way I'm doing the recipe today, this is a Ricky Martin recipe, a version of my pumpkin pie. Because if I ever met Ricky Martin and got a kiss from Ricky Martin, honey, I would fall on the floor, honey. And that's what this is going to do. When you taste this, when you prepare this at home, when you sit down and have a good slice of Ricky Martin pie, pumpkin pie, you're going to just, I was going to be like, oh my God, this is so delicious. And it really is. Now, it's delicious with, excuse me, you know how it is on my show. It's delicious the other way, but when you add the coconut cream, I notice, oh my God, it just really, you know, when you add fat to a recipe, yeah, it makes it richer, it makes it more delicious, right? Okay, so that's just the deal. So this is the Ricky Martin version. And then we add some liquids now with the powders, right? We added the 2 teaspoons of the baking powder. And then we're gonna, I do it like this. It's about 1 teaspoon of salt, okay? That's the way us Latins kind of work it. I mean, that's the way I saw Janita Perez's mom, and that's just the way I cook. This is pumpkin pie spice. Definitely a necessity here. I would say about 1 tablespoon of this. And then allspice, you know, you want to add these spices that definitely give you that pumpkin-y, fall, you know, pie, pumpkin pie spices, right? Definitely. Okay, so I believe we've added all the powdered spices. We've added the flours, the cornmeal, the gluten-free and all of that. Right, fabulous. We're going to turn her on. Yes, darling. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. Just going to get the edges here. You know, this is like so cool because you can actually taste her if you want to taste her. I mean, there's everything that's in here. There's nothing like a raw egg or something, you know, that you shouldn't be eating that's not cooked. You know, everything's, you know, you can go with it. Oh my darling. Okay, so pretty much that's the mix. I want you to see. See how beautiful that is? I want to lick that. That'll mess up my makeup. Yes, darling. Now we're ready to actually pour that into the pie pan. So what we're going to do is we have the Pyrex pie pan, and we're going to spray it with cooking spray, and then we're going to add the mixture and then place that in the oven. Butter flavored cooking spray on a Pyrex glass pie pan for my delicious gluten-free, dairy-free, low sugar, pumpkin, Ricky Martin, delicious pie for the fall. Come with me. Come into my kitchen. Come watch me cook, darlings. Love you. Okay, so we have the cooking spray, the Pyrex plant pan. Just gonna, I don't wanna, that's brand new. Yes, honey, darling. Give it a good spray. Okay, we're ready. I love this. Oh my God, I love this food processor. It took me so long to get one. Like, you know, I don't know. I think sometimes I like to do things the hard way. I was like, no, you know, I want to do my pastel en masa by hand. I want to do everything by hand. And honey, the food processor just makes everything so nicely. It's so cool. I just love it, honey. Now, I wish you were here, and I always say that when I cook, right? When you do this recipe, you're going to notice the fragrance of the vanilla, because this is real vanilla, and then the peanut. It's got a nice, nutty, it's peanut oil, you know. Guys, you know what the deal is with my makeup and hair, right? So, it just smells so nice. So now what you want to do is just take your spoon and just rotate it like that. I hope you guys could see. Yes. And you just like spoon it to kind of go into the middle, and it kind of makes it cute with the decoration. You'll see that in a second. Okay, oh my god, that looks so beautiful. Oh my god, with this hair in my mouth. There you go, much better. Okay, great, darlings. So, I'm going to put some pecans on here. Place the darling pie, the Ricky Martin gluten-free, sugar-free, with low sugar and dairy-free pie in the oven. Now the oven is preheated at 400 degrees, okay? And we're going to put her in the oven for 30 minutes, right? And then when she comes out of the oven, she needs to cool down at room temperature. I need to cool down from time to time at room temperature, honey. And then when she cools down at room temperature, you have to put her in the fridge for about a good 6 hours. Well, whatever. It's up to you, but it's recommended 6 hours so it kind of firms up nice. And then serve her. Okay, darling? So let me get the pecans, and we're going to put her in the oven. And I want you to get a nice close-up. Yes. Soraya's pumpkin pie, darling. So we have a half a cup of pecans chopped that we're going to add to the pumpkin pie. Now you can do this any way you want, right? Put it, you know, please, this is not going to be like rocket science, but you just want to decorate it. The pecans are so cool with this recipe, you know. This is about a half a cup. You can put less, more, whatever, you know, whatever way. Whatever amount, you know, just make sure that whoever you're serving this to doesn't have an allergy to nuts. You know, make sure you don't have an allergy to nuts and you eat nuts. That's crazy. You can get a really bad reaction. And then what I like to do with these pies is just give it a nice little layer, a little spray, cooking spray, and then you're ready, darling. And then she goes into the oven. Again, it's 400 degrees, preheated for 30 minutes, and we're going to place her in the oven now. Okay, darling, so the pie is ready. I just took her out of the oven. She's hot, darling, hot and delicious, just like Soraya Sobreidad. Here she is. She's lovely. See, the pecan, oh, she browned so nicely. She looks lovely. So we're going to let her sit out for about an hour and cool down. We're going to put her in the refrigerator for a few hours, and then we'll be back. So take a nap, watch some TV, do something fun and exciting, and then you'll watch me have a slice of this delicious pie. You'll watch me savor this Ricky Martin pumpkin pie, honey. The lower fat version, remember, it's Mark Anthony. Okay, darlings, we'll be back. I'm gonna put her, let her cool out, and then we'll put her in the fridge. Wait. Yes, darling, so we're back, honey. Oh my God, 4 hours, 5 hours have passed so fast. Honey, I'm taking her out of the refrigerator, honey. I'm ready. How about you? Are you ready? Oh my God, she's so beautiful. Sister, you've been on my mind. Oh, sister, we're two of a kind. So, sister, I'm keeping my eyes on you. You bet I think I don't know nothing but cooking really good food. Oh, sister, have I got news for you? I just made a delicious gluten-free, sugar-free pumpkin pie, and I'm dedicating it to you, my sisters, and Ricky Martin too. Girl, I've been struggling. I've been up that lonesome road, and I've seen a lot of suns going down. Oh, but trust me, this beautiful pie is gonna be so delicious once you make it at home. So let me tell you, everyone that's watching this show, baby, this pie is for real. Oh, sister, have I got news for you? You're something. I hope you think that you're something too. So shake your shimmy, sisters. And honey, Soraya is cooking ears. Let's have a slice, darling. I'm dedicating this show to Ricky Martin and my two sisters. Marianne, you're fabulous, darling. And Ricky Martin, darling, come over and have a slice of my famous, delicious, gluten-free, sugar-free, dairy-free pumpkin pie. Let's have a slice. Oh my God, there she is. She's so beautiful. I'm cutting a slice. See, you gotta let her chill. You definitely have to let her chill. Oh my God, she's just beautiful. Look how she just, oh, she's just gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Gorgeous pie. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Watch. Now remember, there's no crust here. And I'm telling you, the Ricky Martin coconut cream did it. You see that? That's just beautiful. That's just an amazing pie. She is fierce, darling. Oh my God, I can't wait. It's taste time. Oh my God. She's so delicious. Ricky Martin. Darling, try this recipe at home. Oh my God, I gotta stop. Thank you for coming to my show. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming into my kitchen. And I hope all of you have a wonderful November. Wonderful fall. Eat healthy. Have healthy meals for the holidays, but delicious, because it can happen. I do it all the time. If I can do it, you can do it. And try this delicious, crustless, low carb, low sugar, dairy-free, gluten-free recipe at home. Bye. Perez. Here's Soraya recording Soraya Sobreidad in my kitchen with an unboxing of our new camera. Now, I want to dedicate this camera to a few energies, some energies. That's what I believe in. I'm dedicating the camera to a few people, but their energy. So I'm dedicating the camera to people I know and people I've never met. So the people I know. I'm dedicating this new Canon Rebel T5i, which I've done a zillion hours of research with cameras, and I decided to go with this camera. I hope this will do fabulous work for me and my cooking show for Soraya Sobreidad and myself, because we love cinema. So I just want to thank my mom. I want to dedicate this camera to my mother, Miriam Montalvo, my father, Jaime Montalvo. My father, I remember when I was a kid, I was really little, and he had this reel-to-reel little portable tape recorder. And he just loved recording. And my mother liked, drawing and painting, and she was a great cook, as you guys know. And so I want to dedicate this camera because, as I reflect, my father did have a love for media. Him playing the Beatles, Sgt. Pepperoni, I think it was Sgt. Pepper. He would let that bad boy just loop and loop on the 8-track in the car and the station wagon. I think it was an Impala. He was an entrepreneur. I got that from him. And he loved music, and I think he loved the tape medium. I was too young to really, but I know that tape recorder was always there. So I'm sure my older brother and sister can remember more about that. So I'm dedicating this device that is a recorder. It's a digital camera and records audio. I'm dedicating this camera to my dad and to my mom. My mom, who always supported me in all of my creative efforts. And I want to dedicate this camera, to Walt Disney. When I was a kid, Walt Disney was the thing. Walt Disney, like Disneyland on TV and all of that, and the recordings. I remember listening to the vinyl. Disneyland, like Winnie the Pooh and Cinderella and Tina the Ballerina and all of that kiddie stuff that came out, and Mickey Mouse Club, and all of that was influential for me as a child, watching TV and the magic of Walt Disney and what I saw and Tinkerbell. Soraya loves Tinkerbell. Mickey Mouse and the whole animation, everything, what he built out of nothing, I guess, his dream and how it flourished. Oh my God, Walt Disney is big. So I dedicate his creativity, the creativity and the spirit of Walt Disney, that it will live through my work. I know that sounds, but that's just how I feel. He was amazing, and I have so much respect. And I was just a Flushing Meadows Park, and I think Robert Moses has something to do with that. And I know Robert Moses had a lot to do with designing and creating like space. And I know there's some controversy with his work too, what he did, you know. You can't do everything perfectly, but anyway, so I want to dedicate this, my creativity and entrepreneurship and the grandness of entrepreneurship, where it could go to like Robert Moses as well. I mean, some of the parks, but anyway, I'm a fan of Robert Moses. I'm a fan of Walt Disney, and I'm so grateful that my mother and father influenced me the way that I did. You know, I have this camera. It's going to do some great work. I want to thank that little flip camera that we're recording on right now. It'll probably be one of my last recordings on that camera. I can't wait to work with this, and you guys will see the work. And I'll just hold it up. And my name is Junito Perez. I am the producer of Soraya Sobreidad's Fierce Cooking Show. You will enjoy Soraya Sobreidad's Fierce Cooking Show because the host, Soraya Sobreidad, is a foxy, loving, educated, passionate cook who's very, very much in favor of nutrition, living a low-fat, high-fiber, dairy-free, gluten-free diet as much as possible, cooking for others, sharing her enthusiasm and passion and beauty for life, for nutrition, for cooking home-cooked meals for her family, for me, for you. I am the creator of that show, of that concept, and I thank my parents for giving me that energy. I thank the influences of Walt Disney and the grandness of the work that Robert Moses has done in New York. Alright? So with that, I'll sign off, and you'll see me soon with this camera. And say hi, give a little shout out, you guys. Good positive energy to Soraya Sobreidad, because she's going to be coming soon with a new video. Alright? Thank you. Thank you all for watching Soraya Sobreidad's Fierce Cooking Show. Bye. Bye.